Sure. It's almost February, I realize. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a powerful strategy to use to grow, level up your TPT store using the book, The 12-Week Year. I'll talk about how I've used it, and then I will give you some tips on how you can use it too. Stay tuned. If you are new or returning, welcome. Here at It's All Primary, we talk teacher side hustles. This is not my office. You can see the little boys are over here sleeping. I'm still unpacking. You can see a little bit, this is the living room, and it's pouring rain outside. We're expecting snow. Will we have a snow day? Last week I was trying to find the camera battery. I've decided, you know what, if I wait until everything is unpacked, I might not be making a video until May. So anyways, that's my life. Hope your life is going great. So I wanted to talk to you. I brought this up in our Facebook group, Side Hustle Help, about using the book, The 12-Week Year. What is the 12-week year? The 12-week year is written by Brian Moran and Michael Lemming. I wrote this down somewhere. Lennington. Okay, this book is not new. I started reading it a couple of years ago during the pandemic, and I didn't finish it. I've since finished it, and I actually put it into practice, and I'll share about that in a bit. But basically, what makes this strategy work is that instead of creating a goal, in 2025, I want my TPT store to be earning $500 a month. And then making this massive list of all these things you're going to do sometime during the year doesn't actually work for the majority of us. It doesn't work for me. I've tried it, it doesn't work. And that's why when I finally got through the 12-week year book, I thought, wait a second, this is quite different. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of it because I typed right, okay. So what they do is, instead of creating annual, yearly goals, what you're going to do is you're going to create 3 goals. 3. And not necessarily all about TPT. I worked on my YouTube was a goal, and a personal. I did 2 only. But now I'm going to do 3, and I'll share mine in a minute. So what you're going to do is, instead of working with a year in mind, you're working with 12 weeks in mind. And the advantages of that is there's an urgency to it. Like, I got to do it now. I can't wait a couple weeks. If I wait a couple weeks, this is going to be gone. I won't be able to achieve this. So that sense of urgency is what helped me do this when I set out about doing this. You can actually focus better on high impact tasks instead of going, well, I'll do that in the summer when I'm not teaching. Well, I'll do that, right? It's that pushing it off. You don't want to be pushing things off, and you can't push things off when you're working with 12 weeks. So it comes down to 3 principles in this book: vision, planning, and execution. That's it. You create your vision, you plan your attack, and you execute it. That's it. So one of the things that I had trouble with the first time I did this was the 4th one, which is monitoring progress. Each week, you are going to have daily and weekly tasks that you have to do. Because if you don't do your daily, weekly tasks, you are not going to complete your goals in 12 weeks. So practically, you take 15 minutes, whether that be Sunday night or Monday morning, depending on whether you're teaching or you're home, and you set out your daily tasks. What am I going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Ideally, I'm going to take Sundays off. You may take another day, or you're going to choose to work 7 days. That's your choice. but you're going to have these daily tasks. And at the end of the week, you're going to score yourself. How did I do? How many did I complete? So if I wrote down 10 tasks that I needed to complete for this week, what percentage did I get right? For example, let's say I got 7 out of 10, 70%. If I can keep 70, 80%, I will hit those goals of mine. That's the premise. If you can do these tasks that will in fact meet your goal, it'll happen in 12 weeks. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? I know, but I was sharing this with someone else, and they were doing this too, and I was like, it's kind of mind-boggling that it sounds so easy, and yet it's totally effective. Let me just share with you what I did back in the fall, and how see, the thing is, even when life happens to you, if you can stay focused on those 12-week things, you will get it done, even with life being thrown at you. Because if so many of you know, if you've been following me, I had life thrown at me in the fall. In fact, life has been thrown at me a lot in the last 18, 19 months. I finally kind of drew a line in the sand and said, okay, no more. I've got to stop letting life happen to me. I gotta move forward. In September, I shouldn't say I have a second YouTube channel. And I was frustrated because I felt like I didn't have time. You know, that's always a common excuse that many of us do. I don't have time to create a boom store. I don't have time to create a TPT store, right? Time. I'm too busy. That's a loaded word. What I did is I made 2 goals. One, I was going to focus on my family, and the other thing was my other YouTube channel. I still actually posted videos on this channel, but I focused. So my goal for the 12 weeks was to post 12 videos on the other channel. Every single week there had to be a video, even if it was a minute long, which I do have them. I wanted to do that. That was my goal. Sorry, I'm going to keep doing this. I had a teacher that did this. And so I created daily tasks to help me make that goal of having a video uploaded at the end of the week, and then 12 videos at the end of the 12 weeks, obviously. And then I had a stretch goal of, if I could, get it even to 15 videos. And it worked. I did it. I honestly couldn't believe it. And I think that the crazy thing for me, having a monetized YouTube channel is an achievement. Less than 20% of YouTube channels are monetized. So I am pretty stoked about having a monetized channel. So to do it again, no, I know I can't, because I've done it once. I can do this again, right? But in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm hoping that with these 12 videos that I can maybe hit 500 views and maybe 50 subscribers. That was kind of my, ulterior motive. That was a goal, but I didn't want to write that one down, honestly. At the end of those 12 videos, I was at 18,000 views and 500 subscribers, mainly because of one video. I had a video go viral for me, and it threw me right off. I was not expecting it. So where it took me 2 years to monetize this one, I think at the rate I'm going, I think I can get that one monetized in less than a year. Let's flip this now over to TPT. So first of all, we need to set a goal. So I have 3 goals for this 12 weeks. The first one is to grow my TPT store. The second one is my YouTube channel. I'm going to go back to uploading again weekly, and then a personal one, losing weight, right? Why I like the 12 weeks is because this is why New Year's resolutions fail, because they're based on emotion. Oh, I really need to do this. I got to do this. And a year is too long. We can't forecast what's going to happen to our TPT business in 4 months from now. Something could happen in April that could change the trajectory of your store. And if you're stuck into this 1 year goal that I have to make, you'll hit a wall. Whereas if you're doing a 12-week plan, right? You finish the 12 weeks, you can set your next 12 weeks based on that thing that happened, and everything's fine, right? There will be changes, there will be sacrifices, there will be a lot of work. But think of where you are going to be in 12 weeks if you do this. A little bit of visualization, right? Vision. So within the 12 weeks, we break them up into 3-4 week blocks. But the first 4 weeks is you're building your foundation. What does that look like? That means you're making sure your goals are very specific. You know your why. If I want to grow my TPT store to $500 a month, why do I want to do that? Right? Am I using that money for something specific? Right? Is there what's the gain for me? Do I need $500 a month? Right? Do I want to purchase something? Do I want to invest in something? Am I trying to get out of debt? Right? Your why is your why. But you need to make sure your goal is clear and it's measurable. You know, we often teach in schools the SMART goals. You know, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time. Let's just use growing your store to $500 a month. Okay, you might already be there. That's great. Do $5,000 a month. So you got to do your research. You can't just say I'm going to do this and go on. You need to look at the data on your store. Often we only look at our earnings. We might look at views. We got to look at everything. We got to look at our conversion rates. We've got to look at our units sold. We got to look at our top 5 to 10 products that are being sold in like this month and next month and the month after. If you are brand new, you know, a lot of times you will hear people say, make what you need in your classroom. I'm going to go on record and say that's terrible advice. And it was given to me and I believed it, and it was wrong. It was wrong advice. Don't make what you need, make what teachers need. And it's not necessarily the same. And that's where trending products come in. Trending products come in because a boatload of people want this one specific product. And so you want to have either something similar to what they need or that product. You have to do, again, you've got to do your research. And this is why I like using Seller Spy for my keyword research. Okay. I've got videos. I'll try and put one at the end in a little key card up here. But what I did initially when I started is I made products that I needed in the classroom, and when I uploaded them, at the time I didn't realize this because I didn't understand about keywords and search results and things like that. But suddenly I'm uploading a product where 80,000 of the same product exists. How am I possibly going to get sales? Shockingly, I do. And I honestly believe it's because I'm optimizing not all the time, but whenever I'm in my TPT business, I am looking to see, am I optimized? Am I using keyword rich words? Do I got clear covers? I have that mindset that I got to get my products optimized. I'm not going to ever be on the first page for some of these. Some of my sales come from Pinterest, some of my sales come from my website, but we're just talking TPT, okay? We can get into the other stuff if you want to talk about it. So let's go back to it. So your first 4 weeks, you start. In fact, in the book, they talk about having an execution time every day, if you can, of 3 hours. This is not scrolling. This is not looking at your dashboard. This is actual work. If you make the decision that within your goal, you're going to add a brand new product line, then that 3 hours of execution is making that product line. getting it done and uploaded. It's not scrolling and looking and see what your friends are, checking your emails, checking your phone. It's none of that. That doesn't count. This is focused, deep work that you are going to do. But you're doing research, you're creating those steps towards your goal. And then at the end of the week, you're actually going to score yourself. How well did you do? And let me just say, we will all have a bad week. The week my dad died, I did not put a video out. No surprise. I think out of my 5 things I was going to do that week, he was in the hospital on Sunday and he died on the Monday. I didn't do anything for those next 4 or 5 days. I think my percentage was 10%. I think I did one thing, or maybe two, but I think it was one. So you know what? It doesn't mean I quit. Oh, I had a horrible week, I'm quitting. No, don't quit. Get back into it. It's okay to have a bad week. And you know, we can be very critical of ourselves. It's life. I'm not going to let life, because I had a bad week, dictate the rest of my year. It was like, okay, I didn't get my video up. I got to get 2 videos up sometime either next week or the following week. So I rejigged my tasks, and amazing, I got them done. And I did that actually 2 times during the 12 weeks because other things happened, right? Things happen. And that's, again, why I like this 12-week strategy, because if you look at it every single week going, okay, here are my tasks for the week. What do I need to tweak in order to keep in line with this goal that I have at the end of this 12 weeks? Make sure your goal is realistic. You know, if you are currently not making any sales and suddenly you want to be making $1,000 a month, you could, but is it realistic? I don't know, right? I don't know. So weeks 1 to 4, research, strategizing, doing your first steps. Weeks 5 to 8, implementation. So you're actively working on those tasks. I started actively working on those tasks week 1 because it was like I was ready. I needed to get going. I tracked it. I tracked my results. I was looking at my data all the time. And then weeks 9 to 12, you're refining your strategies. Is something working? Is something not working? Let's fix it now. Don't wait until the 12 weeks are over. This is why taking 15 minutes at the beginning of the week or at the end of the week, depending on how you like to plan, is powerful because you're in it. When you are in it to win it. Sorry. I found because I was mentally in the game that all the stuff that happened with my dad and my mom and, you know, the craziness of it all, and then packing up my dad's home and you know, this past month where have I been? I've been finished packing up my dad's house at the just the weekend before Christmas, and literally December 27th I was packing up my house on my own. I did it 90% of it on my own. I've got to decide if I want to grow this, okay, what are my specific tasks? I got to do research whether it will be better to make new products, and if I make new products, what kind of products am I making? And I'll give you a hint, if you are new to this, I'd go for trending products. I'm still a believer of that. Product lines will bring in the bigger money. Seasonal products, right? Those are your 3. Or do I take what's already selling well in my store and bump them up? We talked about leveling up your products, existing products, in a previous video. So one of the things that I did, and you may think this is crazy, but I was fascinated. I actually asked AI, what should I do? I explained my store. I laid it all out, and AI says I should spend more time right now upping my existing products than making new products. Considering AI felt, which is, it's like my own little coach, you know. AI felt that I had a good foundation, I had things that were optimized, And therefore, because things are already selling, let's see if we can get even more sales from them. Ask AI. It's fascinating. It's a free mentor for you. Break down your weekly tasks. Score yourself at the end of the week. Now, here's another thing that they brought into the book, and I'm going to bring to you. If you need it, have an accountability partner or a mentor or somebody. In our Facebook group, I will be bringing in a weekly scorecard if people want to put their scores in, if people want to talk about it. I'm going to let the Facebook group do that for you. So if you are in the Facebook group, you're welcome to join us with this. If you're not in the Facebook group, if you choose to join, make sure to answer the questions. Give me the store or give me the particulars of your interest in TPT. If you can get your hands on the book, I would honestly recommend you get it out of the library because it's an old book and I listen to it while driving and doing whatever. There is a lot of repetition in the book because they'll often talk about strategies and missteps for you as an individual, and then they'll say it all again if you are running a company or you're running a team management system or learning a project management system, things like that. So you're going to hear a lot of repetition. Skip over the team stuff, right? Unless you do have a team. Most of us don't. Skip over that stuff and just move on to the next stuff, okay? I think the audiobook was 6 hours, I think. And I skipped over team stuff. Didn't need to hear about it. I took some of that stuff and I made a Canva document. I will show it to you right now. And again, if you would like, I'll put a link in the product description to this Canva template. You're welcome to use it, okay? It's just giving you some of what I've been saying on paper, that's all. The 12-week year also has a website. I'll try and remember to put a link down below with that as well so that you can get some free things on there, okay? Here's again the beauty of this. It is almost February. If we were doing 1-year goals, I'd be thinking, shoot, I've missed January completely. But with 12-week year, I could start anytime, and you can start anytime. This can change the trajectory of you and your business. I highly recommend you try it. Give it a try. 12 weeks. What's happening in your life in the next 12 weeks? You could be doing this. You could change your TPT store dramatically in 12 weeks. Okay? So in the next video, I can't remember what it is because I don't have my list. I feel a little bit lost even filming because I'm in the living room, right? I still have to pull out all my notebooks and whatever. But I will be doing some more tutorials coming up. We are going to talk about Boom a little bit, and I'm going to do a little bit more teaching with AI, using AI as your TPT coach, because it's what I've been learning from AI is interesting, and it's free. So, it's fascinating, isn't it? Anyways, so wherever you are in the world, I hope you and your family are staying safe, being healthy, and we'll catch you in that video or the playlist. See ya.